Hey, 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 hello. I'm just going to make sure that I'm on the right page and share here. Hi, 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 and welcome to this really fabulous weekend. Leading with Light Online Assembly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that we are going to have even more presenters signing up. We should. I think we should. Let's see. Get started here in just a second. Oops. There it is. And there I am. Boom. Fantastic. So this is a challenge for me because number one, I had to be on time, and number two, I have to say what I want to say in 30 minutes or less. So I'm up for the challenge. First of all, I want to say, and if you're watching on my business page, I have something going on this weekend in my Facebook group, Ascending Earth Creatrix, called the Leading with Light Online Assembly, which is a showcase offering for ladies who are spiritual business owners, entrepreneurs, healers, mentors, coaches, even doing things like massage, chiropractic. I have a wonderful neurologist who just presented in the group, and or I don't know if she's a neurologist, but she studies neurology, and she's amazing. So you have to watch Alison Quadhammer's live. But it's a showcase for your talents. So if you are watching here in the group, or you're watching my business page, you want to sign up, I'm going to leave the link in the announcements tab, which is the right-hand side file links or info links in the page for Ascending Earth Creatrix. Go ahead and click on that document and put your info in and sign up for a slot and talk live. Please, please, please. And I want to thank everyone who is presenting. Thank you so much for stepping up and doing that. And for those of you who are just watching this weekend and taking it all in, I want to thank you for watching all the presenters too. Hi, Sarah. And Sarah's going to present too, and I'm very excited about that. So today, I am talking about the top 3 ways to bring your business, your spiritually based business, from 3D into 5D. It's no mistake that those of us who are called to be healers, coaches, mentors, doing some kind of spiritual work, feel strongly called to do the work that we do. It is also no mistake that we chose to be here at this time. We knew what was going to be happening on this planet. We knew that it was going through an ascension process at this time. We knew in the infinite part of who we are, what that entails, what that involves, that people would need help with this process. And if you believe very strongly, as I do, that as infinite souls, before we decide to incarnate here, we have a choice whether we want to come here at this time or not. We can skip a couple eons. You know, the way time is here in linear time space on Earth is much different than when we come from that infinite place, that place where our souls reside infinitely. And we decided, those of us who are here at this time, those of us who are healers, we decided we wanted to come, we wanted to take part. So we knew that there was a certain call to action for us as healers, that it meant that we would be called to look very closely at our own stuff, that we would be caught up in the drama and the chaos here, that because of the very dense energetic vibration of this dimension, that we would be caught up in certain lessons, in certain traumas, in karma, that we would oftentimes forget to call back that part that is the infinite part of who we are, so that we could anchor in and remember, I'm here for a reason. I'm here to do something really profound to help humanity through this time. So that is really why I chose to teach Heal, Awaken, Align Bootcamp. And there are 3 main reasons that drove me to want to do it, because I never really thought that I would step up and be teaching other spiritual entrepreneurs. That's not something I ever thought about when I was creating my business or involved in my business at any point until very, very recently. And I felt very strongly about it for these 3 reasons I'm going to share with you here. Hey, Becky. So I feel strongly about the emphasis on these three things because it has a lot to do with our own healing process, and number one, being on the leading edge of our own healing process. Because if we are really called to come here and assist humanity at this time, those of us who are healers, coaches, mentors, doing any kind of spiritual work, if we're called to help others into the light, it involves three things very, very profoundly. Okay, so balancing the masculine and feminine traits of all aspects of our business. So everything that we do, a big part of moving into this ascension process with a lot more grace and ease and joy and flow and being able to experience 5D right now is about balancing the masculine and the feminine. There are a lot of women that I've worked with recently who have, especially when we've been working on changing the way they play their money game, because I'm really, really passionate right now about helping spiritual entrepreneurs change the way they play their money game, because we often think we're playing a game with money, but we're playing a game with ourselves with money. And the diminishing feelings of I have to suffer or struggle or make money as a healer it's all bullshit. It's part of old paradigms and old power structures. It has nothing to do with where we are and where we're going. And in fact, the more empowered we are with our money story, the better we can step up and serve. And a lot of this stuff is out of balance with the masculine and feminine, especially with money. So that's very interesting. But it's also about every aspect of your business, looking at how those traits, and there are 12 specifically that I talk about in Heal, Awaken, Align Bootcamp on either side of the masculine and feminine. And when we are really moving past this idea of, because a lot of us think of, okay, well, I want to be this healer, I want to do this, but we don't often understand the nuances of running a business. It's wonderful to take your hobby, something you're really good at, something you love to do and have a lot of passion for, and say, I'm going to make money at doing this, but there's a lot involved in that. And so you may come from this very feminine place of nurturing and wanting to support and help, but you have no idea how to maybe manage that with the more masculine side of things, like strategy and expression and being able to have a certain level of confidence with what you offer, talking about what you do with confidence and full self-esteem and being very self-possessed. So oftentimes the masculine and feminine is out of balance right off the bat right there. But there are a lot of different ways. So I feel like when we bring those things into balance, it brings a lot more grace and flow and joy into our lives. And the way we look at our business gets a whole reframing when we start to think about, well, what's out of balance here with the masculine? Where is it overly balanced with the feminine, or out of balance with the feminine? And being able to frame everything that you do in your business with those things in mind, it really allows us to go into this place of transcending the polarity of masculine and feminine. When it's in balance, you transcend the polarity of it, and you achieve this kind of sacred neutrality, which really leads to flow. And so the second thing is really bringing our inherent gifts and talents and abilities forward, truly owning our gifts with an incredible amount of confidence, with an incredible amount of integrity. When we bring our healing practice, how we perform what we do, when we bring that up to master level, we are being called up into greater levels of service, because we are being asked to help as many people. Part of our call to action here, and why we were here at this time, why we are here at this time, and why we chose to be here at this time, is so that we can really help as many people as possible. I truly believe that. And this is our charge now, to help people understand the ascension process, to, depending on how you teach or who you teach, who your ideal clients are, you are either meeting them where they're at, or you're up here saying, I see your healing process because I just came from there. Come on up to where I am. And Becky showed me that and really drilled that into me, and it made a lot of sense to me. And I really started operating on that idea, and things shifted very quickly for me. Thank you, Becky. But we really are here to call forth as many people into the fold of, this is what ascension is. This is what it can be. We get to create a whole new way of being here. But we're also being called to help people understand the growing pains of ascension at the same time, that everything comes up to the surface to be cleared and healed, so it can we can close a chapter on our healing process, and we can release, because many of the denser, lower end of the emotional spectrum energies are not supported in 5D. So the more we help our clients release and heal, close a chapter on their healing process so they can upgrade their overall energetic, then we are really operating at our master level as healers. This means part of our call to action is being able to take everything that we're doing, even if it's like innate to you. You have clairvoyant abilities, you have claircognizant abilities. It's about practicing that gift all the time so you bring it up to master level. It is about getting more training or whatever it is that you can do to fine-tune, to distill what you do to such a pure essence that it's not only effortless for you to do it, but you are way ahead of your client's healing process. Because let's face it, many of our clients are moving through a really accelerated healing process themselves. So if we're not really far ahead, how can they understand that this is the person to help me in this process if they're right where I'm at, right? Which brings me to point number 3, which is we are being called to stay far ahead of our client's healing process. So when you think about your ideal soulmate clients, who you want to work with, who you feel, intimately engaged with, so that it's like a sharing process when you are in a one-on-one session, or you're in a group program or a mastermind, whatever vehicle is the delivery for your healing services, you want to be in a leadership role. But at the same time, you want to be in a place where you understand the healing crisis or the healing challenge, the healing issue that your client is going through. So if we are really far ahead in our own healing process, it's like, I often use this analogy because I just love it. When we are really dynamically engaged in our own healing process, we're like a comet streaking through the sky and leaving a trail behind. This trail holds an energetic signature of everything we've just healed, everything we've just cleared, the healing crisis that we have come out of, closing the chapter on our own healing and releasing process. That's how our clients find us. But they truly find us when we are honest and open and candid about our own healing process and what it feels like to be on the other side of that. It's about being honest and open, maybe, yes, a little bit vulnerable, and that might not be the easiest thing for us, especially those of us who are Capricorns and like being in a leadership role and don't like looking vulnerable. It can be a little tricky thing to nuance. But when you understand that you are bringing through the highest self-expression of yourself in such integrity, in such authenticity, that clients can't help but want to work with you when you are exhibiting that, when you are exuding that, when you are like a beacon of light to them. So this is about knowing and embracing our own shadow. This is about understanding the wealth of wisdom when we dig through those layers of shadow, those layers of resistance that we often don't want to look at. And what is right now coming up at such an accelerated rate, everything is like bubbling to the surface. It's overwhelming. It feels like a lot, but it is really part of our call to action. The universe saying, not testing, because the universe doesn't test us. Please don't think that the universe tests us. The universe is your buddy. The universe is your co-creator, and it only delivers exactly what you're asking for. So if you are asking to be a greater healer, if you are asking to move into master level with what you do, if you're asking to make more money as a healer, the universe will show you every nugget of that resistance that is keeping you from those things that you're asking for. And it lovingly supplies that for you to see it, so you can see the contrast. So you can finally see, do you want to be here or do you want to be here? It's your choice. But the universe, in its love and support for you, and it's in its co-creator capacity with you, is bringing all this stuff up, so it is there for your review. So you get to say, okay, yes, I do want to heal this. I do want to embrace my shadow. I want to integrate those lessons so that I can be the best healer I can possibly be at this time, so I can help as many people as possible at this time. It's about uncovering the lessons of this life and even previous lifetimes, so we can be better teachers, mentors and stewards of this ascension process. Hey, Claire. Hey, Allison. I got to catch your talk, Allison, because it looked awesome. Angela's here too. Hi, ladies. And so here is where, so those are the top three things, and I think they're very important for us to anchor into at this time, and there is a massive emphasis on those things in the Heal, Awaken, Align Bootcamp. And here's what's going on, here's what the underlying layer of this is. The biggest challenge for spiritual entrepreneurs at this time is, and really staying on the lead coming in, one of the biggest challenges that we face in bringing all three things to fruition here that I just talked about is that it's really easy for us right now to get swept up in the chaos of collapsing timelines. It's really, really easy to get wrapped up in the fear and the lack, the sorrow and the loss, which is a big part of what is falling away in 3D because it simply is not supported in 5D. Many of the emotions that are at the lower end of the emotional spectrum, blame, resentment, loss, grief, sorrow, they are not supported in 5D. So it's coming up at such an accelerated rate and in such voluminous amounts because at one point we are saying to the universe, I want to be a better healer. I want more clients. I want to help more people through this ascension process. And the universe is saying, okay, great. So then here's all your stuff because you want to move this along real quick, right? You want to fast track this? Great. So let's bring everything up right now. So in a way, ladies, this is what you're asking for. So that's the biggest challenge. Hello? Yes, it's one of the biggest challenges because oftentimes if we're not looking at these things, if we're keeping blinders on because we say, I'm too busy, I'm running a business, I can't really look at this right now, I can't deal with this right now, I know it's there. But the universe is saying at the same time, but this is what you're asking for, but this is what you're asking for, but this is what you're asking for, right? So something is out of balance there. So you can either ask for, something to get toned down. Remember, we always have control. We always do. You can ask for the volume of what you're experiencing to be turned down. You can ask for these lessons to come in at a trickle rate if that's what you want. You can ask for these lessons to come in a way that you can understand in your highest and best way. Believe me, the universe wants to work with you. But understand that what you're asking for, it will deliver to you. So if you're asking for a lot more clients, you're asking for the ability to heal a lot more clients and be more accessible and be more open and help people through a healing process, but you're not willing to do that for yourself, it is time to look at that, okay? It is time to look at that. So why I've chosen to teach Heal, Awaken, Align Bootcamp is for the reasons that I mentioned here, the top 3 reasons that I mentioned, because I think that this is so important for us right now. It really is about understanding that your clients are experiencing rapid shifts in their own healing process, so we have to be actively and dynamically engaged in our own. It's really important to balance the masculine and feminine traits in every aspect of our life and business. So this really, when you do this, when it's in total balance, you transcend the duality and the polarity of masculine and feminine. That's how you bring it into this divine union and have unity consciousness. But it really allows you to make this shift into 5D with an upgraded frequency, and everything is in balance, everything's in harmony, everything you do instills a sense of sacred neutrality. Bring your innate gifts and talents as a healer to a level of self-mastery, knowing the value of what you offer with full integrity and confidence. When you do you very well, you're not trying to be someone else. You're not trying to offer, take someone else's cookie cutter program and transfer it onto your life and the way you deal with your clients. It's never going to work. And we're working with very savvy clients, ladies. They're going to see right through that. So when you step up to greater levels of service to humanity, that means really doing you and doing you very, very well. That means bringing all your innate gifts and talents, and maybe some of us with our gifts, the things that come to us naturally in the way that we serve our clients on a spiritual level, maybe we rested on our laurels a little bit too long with that. How can you bring that practice up to self-mastery? What kind of training can you do? Maybe it is even reading a book. You don't have to invest thousands of dollars. Sometimes it is about taking a quick little weekend course, reading a book that has exercises or a workbook. I've done lots of those, and I've gleaned so much information from that. But this is about how you truly own the value of what you offer in your business. And when you do that, you can better communicate to others what you do with full self-belief, with full conviction, with full inner trust, with full self-possession. You're able to price your offers and your programs in full alignment with these qualities. And it helps you to receive more of the financial support that allows you to live more of a life of abundance and prosperity, so that you're not stressed out and worry and panic all the time about money. You're focusing on your zone of genius, which is how you help your clients accelerate through their own healing process, right? So, Heal, Awaken, Align Bootcamp. It's pretty amazing. So I'm coming up on the third teaching of this course. It starts October 1st. It is a 6-week boot camp. We meet twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time. There is an incredible amount of valuable content in this course. There's an incredible amount of support in this course. It is energy healing. We just did an amazing one, alchemizing the sacred elements. That was on Thursday, yesterday. That was amazing. We are doing energy healing, we are doing mindset, and all of the exercises that you get in this course are helping you to either move through and close a chapter on your healing process in your life, and or upgrade your overall energetic, help you to move into releasing those self-negating behaviors and into more self-affirming behaviors that are aligned with the vision that you have for your business. This course is all about clarity. It's about helping you get really clear on what you want to do, how you want to redesign your business maybe. There are women who are in this course who are creating their own modality. There are women who are in this course who are refreshing, breathing new life into their spiritual business because it has felt stagnant. Because a lot of times, and I see this a lot with healers, is that we are doing so much in our own healing process to move ourselves into 5D. But our business, our spiritually based business, which is a living, breathing extension of us, is staying right where it is in 3D. And then you're wondering why it feels stagnant, why you feel stymied, why you can't create content, why you feel a lack of passion or desire to even create content in the first place, or even show up and do the work. You don't want to work with clients even. There is new life that's being, we're waiting to breathe this new life in. It's there, it's possible. We have to look at all aspects of our business, reframe it, give it new life, give it a new energetic. It's really about bringing all these things into balance that I mentioned, these top 3 things. It is really about taking a look at your own healing process, where you are with that. What chapters can you close? What are you ready to release? There's a lot of releasing that happens in this course, but there's also a lot of upgraded energetic happening with this course as well, because we're opening our eyes to a new way of running our business. We're opening up to the quantum field of mind, which allows us really to operate from that source creator God mind, where we understand that we're not accessing source, we are source. We're embodying it, we're living it, and we're creating from that place. That's an incredibly empowering place to create your life and business. And these are all the things that we're working on in Heal, Awaken, Align Bootcamp. So to close out here, I want to tell you the incredible, incredible offer that I have for you. So it is a 6-week boot camp. All the calls are recorded. We meet on Zoom, but all the calls are recorded. A lot of ladies in the group can't meet when we do the live calls. Some of them can, some of them can't. It's about half and half right now. So all the calls are recorded, so you have access to the audios right after I do the replays, pretty much. There's tons of exercises, and what's amazing about these exercises is that this is not some cookie cutter one-size-fits-all course where I spit you out at the end of it and you are, have this method that you then share with people. All of the exercises are designed to meet you where you're at right now and wherever you're at in the future. These exercises are invaluable because you can go back to them. Every time you access a new income threshold, a new threshold of mastery in your business, you can go back to these exercises and use them to help you actually, to bring you up to that next level in your business. They meet you wherever you're at. and continue to. So you can go back to them time and again. And that's why when I teach my courses, especially 6-week Heal, Awaken, Align Bootcamp, once you join, you have access to every future teaching. You have a seat reserved for you every time I teach this course, even when I'm offering it 2 times the amount, the investment price. Because I want you to be able to catch up. Because sometimes you can't always make the live calls the first time I teach it, but maybe in the next time I teach it, you can. It's October. The kids are going back to school, so it's easier for a lot of the ladies to make the live calls now, which is great. Because there's a lot of support and a lot of information in the live calls, a lot of content. But it's all good. It's not just fluff. It's valuable content. It's a lot, but that's why I call it a boot camp, because you're working. You really are. You're working. So if you're dedicated to bringing what you do up to master level, if you're dedicated to bringing balance and harmony to your business, if you are dedicated to reimagining, refreshing, revisioning your programs, your courses, your business as a whole, this is for you. We begin October 1st, live on Zoom. The early bird price ends on September 15th. So it's $14.97 right now. But if you sign up today, because this offer goes away this evening, I will take it away tonight because I want to give everybody a chance to watch this video. You'll get $200 off that early bird price. So it'll be $12.97. You get access to my Ascended Feminine Initiation course. It's an online self-study course now because I already taught it in April. 10 different goddess light language transmissions with accompanying embodiment exercises so you can learn how to merge the energy of the goddess into your everyday life. That's a $333 value course, so that you get that for free. And you get a 75-minute session with me, and we can work on what I've been doing with the ladies who are spiritual healers right now, which is gangbusters. The Rewrite Your Money Story sessions, 75 minutes. We knock out a bunch of stuff. You have a bunch of exercises that you can go back to clear up your money story again and again and again. We heal a lot of beliefs, disempowering beliefs around money in this session, but we can make this session whatever you want. You can do anything you want in 75 minutes. That is also a $349 value. So you get $600 plus worth of bonuses. When the early bird price goes away on the course, it's going to be $18.97. So you get $400 off with the early bird, but I'm knocking another $200 off. So we're getting about, what is that, like $1,200? I can't do the math. Like $1,200 in bonuses if you sign up today at the full price. If you can't do the full price, that's okay. There's a payment plan, but you don't get any of the goodies with the payment plan. It's only if you sign up and pay in full. But if this really speaks to you, ask some of the ladies in here. Sarah is in there. Yes, big release. Yep, big releases for us. Allison is in there. If they want to put in their 2 cents here with their experiences in the course, I would love to hear that too. So, ladies, thank you so much again for being here this weekend for the Leading with Light online assembly. If you're on the fence about presenting, if you're watching this and you're on the fence about presenting, don't get hung up on whatever I have to do has to be perfect, whatever. Just come and talk to us. Share your energy, share your light. And if you cannot present, make sure you're watching all the ladies in here and showing your support. All right, ladies. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.